MissouriSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents
Nikita Solnikoff on the ice. He trails, gives it over to Josh Bell. Now back to Solnikoff, breaking free, he shoots, he scores! And that was Jack Brackbill, not Nikita Solnikoff. Number 10, Brackbill gets the goal.
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
Taken by Nikita Solnikoff. Him and Bell. Now to Bell, back to Solnikoff, over to Bell, he shoots, and oh, what a save! A huge save in front by Matt Griffin. And it keeps it a 1-1 hockey game. Got the blade or the paddle of his stick and made the save.
With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is Game 6 of the Coaches Cup, Team Law versus Team Blevins. Hello everybody, Steve Casson with you, along with the assistant coach of the Missouri State Division I squad and Cliff Cook. And you can see Cliff over here. We're trying to stay social distanced as much as we can. He doesn't know, but that's what we're going to do. So Cliff's getting all set and ready to go. We will be ready to go. Missouri State, it's Division I head coach Jeremy Law versus Division III head coach and yeah, why don't you grab your headsets right over there. And as I mentioned, Division III head coach and Team Blevins and Cody Blevins. And these two teams will go against each other for basically first place as Cliff gets all set up and ready to go. There you go, Cliff. And say hi to everybody out there. We're going to stay social distance at this point, but say hi to everybody.
Hi, guys.
As we are,
I was totally in the way there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just get another. You got to be 6 feet. So yeah, get
I'm running out of cord.
I know you are. It's all good, but we're trying to be as social distance as we can because we are the only people in here, obviously, besides the players and our camera lady, Michaela Gardner. But as far as this game goes, it's a big swing that is for Team Blevins because they win, they're in first place. They lose, they're in fourth.
Right. Yeah, that's. I can sit back and just enjoy this because I can't finish worse than second. But, yeah, for Cody, it's a big night. He and I were talking about it last night during our adult league game, which, by the way, our adult league game was against a bunch of the guys on the ice right now, and we did beat them. So we've got that going for us. But, Cody's pretty amped up for this game. I know Lozzie is too. Obviously, Jeremy and I are roommates. He's pretty excited for this game as well. So you and I were talking a little while ago, I would fully anticipate a pretty low-scoring contest because Jeremy's team so far has not shown, even though they've got the firepower, they have not shown they're going to put up a lot of goals. Now, all that could be blown out the window tonight.
Well, but, unlike the barn burner, your team, Cook and Team Ellis, an 8-3 victory for your team. And it started off a little slow because it was Team Ellis that, you got goal number 1, 25 seconds in with Wheatop, but then it was Team Ellis that scored a couple of quick goals, and the next thing you know, you're looking down a 2-1 deficit, but then all of a sudden you kind of turned it on. Wheatop, of course, got the hat trick last night, and you got more scoring.
Sullivan had a big night.
Sullivan had 2.
Cardinale had 4 apples.
He did, and even Ott got in the score.
Ott had a nice goal. My guy Vinny Conti had another goal. He's got a point streak going. So it was a good night for us. So now we get to sit back and figure out if we're the 1 or 2 seed and who we're playing next.
Well, and that's the big key is, and you pretty much and the coaches all put this tournament together. Yeah. So how does it work for people that are saying, okay, what happens now? There's 4 teams. Do all 4 make the playoffs?
They do. So this first round robin was just to decide seeding for the semifinals. And we joked about, after last week, everybody being 1-1. But it's actually worked out in our favor. We don't have to get too deep into tiebreakers at this point. As you said, Jeremy wins tonight. He's the 2 seed. I'm the 1 seed. Ellis is the 3, and Blevins is the 4. If Cody wins tonight, he's the 1 seed. I'm the 2. Ellis is the 3, and Jeremy can go all the way down to 4 just because of head-to-head scenarios. The fun part would be if there's a tie tonight. There's no reason to do a shootout or anything because if there's a tie, then both these teams are playing each other next week anyways because they're the 2 and 3 seed.
Let's take a look at the standings as you talk about that. Your team, Team Cook, after 3 games, you're complete on the round robin, 2-1, 18 goals for, 11 against. And it's interesting because in this scenario, the only way that you will lose out from being the number 1 team is if Team Blevins wins.
Correct.
Because of the head-to-head.
Correct, and that, again, I go back to that was the nice thing about how this worked out. We didn't have to get too crazy with tiebreaker scenarios. We could just go straight to head-to-head, and it made our life a lot less complicated.
Of course, Team Blevins 1-1. They have 13 goals for, 12 against. And Team Law, yes, they're the best defensive team, but they have not scored very many goals.
They don't score very many goals, which is shocking when you think about it. With Nikita and Josh Bell, and any number of guys you can name on this team that are fully capable of putting the puck in the net. It's admittedly, we talked last time you and I were together. You asked if I was surprised. I was at 1-1. I was, only because I fully expected Jeremy's team to come out and score a ton of goals against us, and I thought we would be able to score a bunch of goals against Cody's team, which we did. The problem was he scored a lot more.
Taking a look at the schedule here, of course, this is the final game of round robin. Next week will be semifinal games, and then we will have the 3rd place game on the 29th, and October 1st will be the championship game. And I have not checked the score just yet, but if you take a look at the NHL right now, it's very possible that our games could still be going on after a Stanley Cup has been awarded. That
fully depends on what happens tonight. As I'm pulling out my phone to check the score in tonight's game. Now, if the Islanders can find a way to win tonight, then I think that theory disappears.
Still 1-1.
Still 1-1. There you go.
2.
So, if Tampa can end it tonight, then it's possible that the schedules will align a little better. But
well, as far as I'm concerned, go Isles, or fish sticks as they're called.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, go Tampa. That's only because the player pool that we're in right now. I need Tampa to end this series quickly so Cody doesn't get any more points with the Islanders.
Tonight's game brought to you by Agave Neighborhood Grill and Bar, All Black Sticks, Andy's Frozen Custard, Blades by Todd, Blade Tech Hockey, Bulls Trophy House, Crown Packaging, Discount Smokes and Beer, Guaranteed Rate, Guy Gronberg Architects, Hockey Wolf, Kimber Cable, and Rob's Portable Building. The officials are once again Ryan Armstrong and Mark Marzola, and we are underway. It is Team Law with possession out of their own zone. Quickly, they get it to Josh Bell off of his stick, and it'll be intercepted, taken away by Matthew Gregg. Gregg with it, has it stolen by Bell. He comes in, he gets a shot, and it went off the post and then off the pad of Sarah Mayberry, who's in. We'll get the stats on both the goalies who are in right now. It's Sarah Mayberry and Jake Lauder. Lauder is subbing for Team Law here tonight, and he, of course, is on Team Blevins. We come the other way. Lead pass for Josh Bell. He picks it up. Left side, he shoots, he scores! And it's 1-0 Team Law, 24-15 remaining in the period. And hopefully we will have a public address announcement on this. I've told we would.
We're going to skate to one song only.
Well, maybe not just yet.
I don't think that's what you had in mind.
That's not. I think they'll figure that one out. But Team Law has the 1-0 lead. And we'll take a look at Bell's goal coming up here in a second. But it is 1-0 in favor of Jeremy Law. You know, that's only the 5th goal that Team Law has scored.
I anticipate they're having a much better offensive night tonight, but who knows? Here we go. We got another attack, 3-on-1 if they hurry.
Racing is Stuart Hopkins through the crease over to Carlo Vitter.
Scored by number 16, Josh Bell. Assisted by number 15, Chad Launder, and number 2, Brian Schumacher. Bell from Launder and Schumacher.
Well, that is the official call. Bell with his 2nd goal of the tournament. 23:01 to go in the period.
That in itself is surprising. The Bell's only got the 2.
Michael Mattingly with it. He had 2 assists with the Division III squad last season. Now it's once again a shot that's tipped out in front by James Dadone. And it's held in by Grant Suddeth, but it's taken away on a bouncer right at the line of Team Blevins, and a bad change for Blevins. Here we go across the line. It's clear to Graham Suddeth. He walks around the net, wrap around, and a good defensive play by Jason Kelly of Guy Gronberg Architects Team Blevins.
Very important defensive play right there. Sarah was a little out of position on that wraparound, so that's a huge play early on.
Sent all the way down into the Team Blevins zone. Discount Smokes and Beer Team Law now with possession. It comes up the middle, right out in front.
Big save.
Saved by Mayberry as it came to Ryan Moon, and he flipped it up, and Mayberry took away the upper corner and makes the save.
Tell you what, early in this game, it might be a little premature, but remember that little sequence. That could be the difference between a win and a loss in this game. That's a big, big save early.
Off the draw, Moon will win it. Sent to the far side, still held in. Jacob Holstrom is there for Guy Gronberg Team Blevins. Sent to the corner and just out to center ice. Picked up by Eric Papuga.
Looks like offside
across
to
the
me.
line. Yeah, he gets pushed down, but it stays in. Held in by Jacob Holstrom. Deflected away. Now revealed to the left side. Here with a good move, trying to spin around was Ryan Moon. And he is pushed away. Over to Team Blevins at the half boards. Oh, a bad pass as Dominic Casola couldn't get it cleared. Now to the near side. Once again, it is dropped down in low. Swung all the way around. Gage Gronberg is there. Gronberg, actually. Yeah, spoke to his dad the other day, and I said, look, it's your son. He's the one that told me how to pronounce it. And I was kidding, too. That's not true.
Well, and in the hockey is a small world, because you and I both got an email from Mr. Gronberg. In the hockey is a small world category, it turns out one of the players I coached the last 2 years up in Missoula, Montana, one of my captains, Mr. Gronberg, coached years and years ago up in Kansas City, and Gage and Kyler were apparently teammates as well. So hockey is a small world. It
definitely is. 20 minutes, 18 seconds to go. We come left to right across the line. Working it into the zone is shot by Jock Brackbill. And it's held on to by Sarah Mayberry.
Already 7 shots for Team Law. Might be 8. They haven't updated it yet.
Yeah, I believe that's the 8th one. So, face off to the right of Mayberry. It is won and cleared out to center. Right side, lead pass across the line. Cameron Osdeck. He gets pulled out of the play after he made the shot. Now it comes right up to the left side and a drive that's deflected away. And Jake Lauder with a good save there.
Jake Lauder's had a really good tournament.
19:31 to go in the period. And here we go. Bell lost the puck, and he will be, well, it's a delayed offside. They don't call it. Cleared all the way down. We should get an icing call here. Nope.
Well, goalie came out of the net.
So Lauder plays it, waves off the icing. Play continues.
You got to wonder if that's Lauder doing a little favor for his normal team tonight there, killing that icing.
I don't think he really thinks about that.
That wasn't the greatest clearing attempt right there when you've got a delayed offside. So maybe he was trying to do his guys a favor there.
Puck.
You got to wonder if Cody had a little talk with him before he sent him
maybe.
down there.
Here's a shot again. Save Lauder as this one came off the stick of Jason Kelly. And we come the other way. At the line, but it's broken up by Grant Woljecki and sent out. Returned right back in. Cleared by Nick Gray. Taken by Discount Smokes and Beer Team Law right down the middle. Here is Stuart Hopkins with a shot in and a save by Mayberry. 18-19 to go in the period. And just a 1-0 game. Let's see if we can get a look at that goal. Just a nice break from the left side up over the glove of Mayberry. Off the draw again, puck to the near side. Won and sent by Levi Wright to the left side. Drop down in low, circulating now. Held in by Zach Drummond with a drive in. Pad save, Mayberry, rebound. Even though it was a juicy rebound, she was able to see it, that is, and make the save. Now cleared by Gray, out to center ice. Left side, Garrett Wiljecki. He shoots, save Lauder, rebound, move to the far side. Stewart with it. He tried to get it, but
really
deflects
nice
right back out in front. A save, rebound, and another save as Garrett Wiljecki had 2 attempts, and Lauder with a huge save there.
That's the closest thing to sustained pressure Team Blevins has had so far. Most of the play has been in Team Law's, in Team Law's favor, but a couple of big saves again from Jake Lauder. Big Connor Hinterser, the Mack truck.
Behind the line. It is moved out and sent right back in.
Woo.
Shot in, and another save by Lauder. We'll do this again. Play is underway, 15:55 to go in the period. Still a 1-0 game.
Nice.
Puck comes in right down the middle, a drive that just misses wide as Levi Wright got that attempt there.
Levi's going to kick himself there. He had a pretty open net and just missed it.
$15:24 to go in the period. A 1-0 game. Josh Bell at 24:15 remaining his second. Lounder and Schumacher. And it is a 1-0 game. Puck to the near side. It is held in. Josh Bell will drive it down in low. Gage Gronberg. He's there, but it comes up the middle.
Nice
shot
shot.
up over and score by Jack Brackbill. Came down in low by Bell, and Brackbill gets the goal. And it is a 2-0 game. So Bell has 2 points.
Yep. Yeah, it was a really nice play from Bell right there, and a nice shot, short side high from Jack.
Brackbill gets his second goal. This one, we're going to call it about a 14:45 clip remaining, as we don't have stop time. It's all running time here. And let's catch the call.
Shot number 10, Jack Brackbill, assisted by number 16, Josh Bell. Brackbill for Bell.
Uh-oh. And there's a goal from Nikita Salnikov right after that.
So Salnikov will get a goal, and we'll try to catch up with all these. It's coming fast and furious, and I thought we weren't going to have a barn burner. You told me we weren't going to have a barn burner.
I know.
Okay, let's take a look at goal number 2 while we can. And this is goal number 2. Bell is down low, and his pass comes up and just a nice over-the-shoulder goal there. And then here is the Salnikov goal.
Team Law goal scored by Nikita Solikov, number 19, assisted by number 10, Jack Brackbill, and number 16, Josh Bell.
3 quick points for Mr. Bell tonight.
So it's a 3-0 game. We will update the scoreboard for you here. So we have the goals, and we have everything settled down, I hope, but here comes a shot in.
Hit the post.
It did. It hit the post and went right past Lauder on a good attempt by, I believe, Mark Kapovic.
I don't know how that didn't hit the post and off his pad and in the way that came out.
12:40 to go in the period. And we know that there are some internet issues. We're working on it, so just bear with us. But yeah, we are having a big issue.
Yes, my mother in Texas is messaging me about it.
And nothing we can do.
No, we're working on it, Mom.
It's all the internet. So here we go again. And if you're watching this and it's not live, well, that's why we had an internet issue.
There's an icing.
Puck comes all the way down, and we are going to get an icing call.
Stan Melton in the building.
All right, Mr. Stan, good to see ya. 11:54 to go in the period. And again, we know that there are internet issues. Just really nothing we can do about it at this point, other than hope things get fixed. 11:33 to go in the period. And it's taken by Team Law. Grabbed on the left side. And coming in a little too soon, Stuart Hopkins will get an offside there.
All right, I had to give Stan the rundown on the scenarios moving forward here.
Bell his second, Brackbill his second, Solnikov gets his second. So it is an all-second goal scoring affair. Here's a lead pass. Breaking across the line, Grant Griffin. He'll wait and sends it over to the left side. There's nobody there. 10:49 to go in the period. Across into the zone. Swept away by Wojcicki working
Great
hard.
back check, yeah.
And now taken by Ryan Moon of Team Law. Moon working it for Discount Smokes and Beer, Team Law. Gets it to the corner. Now Guy Gronberg Architects, Team Blevins. Across the line, Ryan Ross, or Evan Ross that is. I don't know where I got Ryan from, but Evan with the shot, and it's deflected out. Line change, partial one for Team Blevins. Now Gronberg sends it in. Off of a stick, a delayed offside, and Team Blevins will check up. Now Team Law, 3-on-3. Across the line, Nikita Solnikov. He shoots, and he hit, apparently, the post. And it came out. It did beat the goaltender, Sarah Mayberry, but it came out. Here we go again. 3-on-2 in front. Oh, what a save by Lauder. Huge save there, the 8th one. And we have some pressure, but it's taken away by Jack Brackbill.
Big hit.
Brackbill, after releasing the puck, gets hit, and we come the other way. Solnikov leads Brackbill across the line. Tried to get it to Solnikov. They do. Back to Brackbill. To Bell. He shoots and a save. Now Brackbill again to Bell. Josh Bell working the puck. Bell had 12 goals, 31 assists, and 34 games for Missouri State last season. Spins it around.
Not enough defensive pressure here from Team Blevins. That's where my guys were successful against Bell and Solnikov last week, was really getting in their face.
It'll come up the middle. Now taken away. Here goes the lead pass to Jason Kelly. Left side. Kelly works it, breaks free. One hands it through, and it gets knocked behind the net.
Kelly's another one that's had a really nice tournament.
Puck grab by Team Law. Leading it. Here is a shot by Brackbill, and Mayberry makes the save. She deflects it up and over the net. Kind of an unorthodox save, but she made it. Bell steps in front of a man. That happens to be Alec Gamble. Now getting knocked down is Michael Mattingly. Team Law had it for a moment. It's cleared out to center and sent down and across the line. Here's a shot that missed wide by Matthew Gregg. Comes out to center. Now here's a lead pass, and Carlo Witter, he shoots, he scores!
Bit of a misplay by the defenseman there, unfortunate.
Carlo Witter gets his first point, can you believe it, of this tournament. Favor of Team Law for a team that had all sorts of problems scoring early on. And they're doing it now.
Assisted by number 7, Carlo Witter.
So it is unassisted by Carlo Witter. And we'll look at that goal in just a moment.
Corb's doing a good job with the announcements tonight. Very much appreciated.
Actually, Corbin did the first one, and it's been Gary the rest, and we get an offside.
Oh, has it?
Yep. And so we're going to get 2 players get called for penalties. While that happens, let's take a look at the goal here. And it was a good play, just Vitter just stealing the puck and up over again the glove of Mayberry. And
it's like Lounder and Wright in the box, by the way.
Okay. So Lounder will go for Team Law.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I have that backwards. Hang on. Don't hold me to that.
So, yeah, Chad Lounder is in. And that looks like it's the only penalty. Oh, no, there's they got it up on the board. So it's Alec Gamble.
Yeah, there you go. I did have that backwards.
Is in. So we still play 4-on-4. Here's a shot that is partially blocked into the corner, and it's out to center ice. Chasing it all the way back in his own defensive zone is Cameron Osdick. He'll work it right side. Has some room. Checked off the play by Brackbill. Now behind the net to Brett Houston of Missouri State. One of 3 Springfield products. Here's a drive in as Nick Gray steals the puck. And he just misses the net wide. Jake Lauder, in 3 games, 0-1, 2.1 goals against average, and an .878 save percentage.
The records are tough with some of these goalies, just with the way the setup is.
Mayberry makes a good save there on an attempt by Brett Houston, and Mayberry, in 2 games, 2.06 goals against average, and a .788 save percentage.
Just because of the format with goalies getting halves, they're getting credit for shutouts for their half.
Cody.
I'm not sure exactly what that was. Oh, they're just announcing the penalties. That's okay.
Number 13 on Team Law, Levi Wright, cross-checking.
So it's hooking and cross-checking. Meanwhile, 5:03 to go in the period, and I believe we have some of the internet connection fixed for you. So hopefully you're watching us. 4:54 to go in a 4-0 contest for Team Law. Not exactly sure why we're having internet issues, but it's Springfield for you. 4:34 to go in the period. Puck across the line. Here is Schumacher. Sends it right over to the left side of Chad Lounder, fresh out of the penalty box. Off of Lounder. Now working it, and right out in front of his own net, working it indiscriminately was Gage Gronberg, and it was Lounder who got the shot off. We come the other way. Eric Papuga sends it over to Garrett Wojcicki, who'll spin around, looking to the left side, gets it over to Kaplovic, and to the right side, and a missed shot there. Penalties should expire at the same time, even though they're not on the scoreboard as correct. Puck is dropped down. And now, once again, it's Wojcicki. Garrett Wojcicki with 2 assists, looking for his first goal. Lead pass at the line, intercepted. And Josh Hansen now has it for Guy Gronberg, Architects Team Blevins. Stolen by Discount Smokes and Beer Team Law. Into the zone. Brackbill's there. Tipped away from him, Matt Gregg, but it's held in left side. Over to the right side now. It'll be Josh Bell. Bell makes it over to Brackbill. Now over to the Nikita Salnikov on the left side. Controls it enough to get it up to the point. To Brackbill again. Checked by Gregg of Team Blevins. Poked ahead and out to center. Power plays are over. We're 5, or make that the coincidentals are over. We're 5-on-5. Team Law. Works it to Nikita Salnikov. Tried to get it to Bell off of his stick and intercepted. Josh Hansen enough to break it up. Over to Kaplovic. Kaplovic's pass is off of skate. Now it comes to the left side. Drive score! Left side to Garrett Wojcicki. He double pumped and got the goal up over Lauder. It's 4-1.
The jock jams are in full effect tonight. That was a really pretty play there, though. That's what Team Cody needed right there. Guy Gronberg, Architects, Team Cody needed a little bit of positivity before the end of this period.
We'll take a look at that goal here. And it was Kaplovic. Just again a double pump, but that was enough to get it up over the goaltender. And it is a 4-1 game. We get a whistle for stoppage and play as Mayberry holds things on with 1:45 and the clock continuing to roll. So Wojcicki, I'm going to put that at about 144 for Team Blevins. Wojcicki, it's interesting how I mentioned that he's still looking for his first goal. Not anymore.
Ooh, chance in front there for Team Law.
And Mayberry makes the save, but she couldn't find it. She couldn't hold on to it. And the rebound is poked home by Team Law. And who scored that? Turnaround here. Is that Stuart Hopkins?
Stuart Hopkins.
He says thank you very much. And Stuart Hopkins gets his first point of the tournament. It's 5-1. So a thank you very much to Hopkins as Mayberry knew.
Goals scored by Team Blevins was scored by number 9, Garrett Wojcicki, assisted by number 4, Mark Kaplovic. Wojcicki to Kaplovic.
And we know that Hopkins will get this next goal.
There should be an assist on the initial shot, but we'll see if the officials caught who that was. 13 seconds left. There's a chance here to...
And once again, it is Team Law with Sudduth. He shoots and he just missed wide.
Scored by number 8, Stuart Hopkins, assisted by number 7, Carlo Witor.
So Witter gets a goal, or gets a point on the goal, and the period comes to an end. It's 5-1. Shots 15 to 10. So 10 shots on Cody Blevins' starting goaltender, and that is Sarah Mayberry. And 10 shots on starting goaltender Jake Lauder for Team Law. So what that'll mean is Andrew Meek will play the second half for Team Blevins. And it will be Bailey Stevens who will then play the second half for Team Law. Stevens this season in 2 games, 1-0, a 1.33 goals against average, a .955 save percentage. And Andrew Meek has several totals, but with Team Ellis, he's 1-0, 1.83 goals against average, and an .824 save percentage. In total games, 1-1 with a 2.59 goals against average and a .727 save percentage.
Bailey currently is the tournament leader in a lot of stats. My guy, Brady Griffin's starting to creep up on him, though, after a nice couple of performances, including a couple shutouts.
So the second half is underway. Teams have switched, and it will be Team Law defending to the left. No, I take that back as we get a shot at a goal. And
Like maybe Nikita?
Team Law will get the goal.
No, maybe not.
Well, that's what happens when you get goalies that are not who they should be. Let's take a look at this goal here. And it comes from the point, and
Brackbill again.
Yep, that's who it is. So Brackbill will get the goal.
So he's on hat trick watch.
Jack Brackbill, assisted by number 16, Josh Bell. Brackbill the Bell.
So Josh Bell is picking up a lot of points here. Brackbill gets number 3. 23:43 remaining in the period. And again, we apologize for the internet connection. For some strange reason, it is not working well here at Jordan Valley Ice Park. 23-26. Shot off the post goes wide. Team Blevins to work it again. But instead, we come the other way. Out to center. And a 6-1 lead. We'll update the scoreboard for you. For Team Law. That goal coming in the second period at the 24-20 mark. Now Team Law working it to Jason Kelly. Up the middle. And a shot. Actually, that wasn't Kelly.
Witter took that shot from the slot looking for a tip in front.
Yeah, it was Mattingly that sent it to Witter, number 17, for Discount Smokes and Beer Team Law. Now Team Law with it again. Zach Drummond off of his stick. We come the other way. Terrence Josephson works it through. Now the shot comes in, and it just nicked off the outside of the post past Bailey Stevens on the attempt by Wojcicki. Here's a lead. Comes across to Levi Wright. Skates through, gets a shot off, and Meek is able to stick it away. 22:08 to go, and we get a whistle for the puck being caught in the net. 22:01 remaining in the period.
Again, Team Blevins is just struggling to get any kind of sustained pressure in the offensive zone. Team Law is just suffocating them down in the Team Law offensive zone.
We work the play again, off the draw. Puck at the half red line, that is. Shot off the crossbar. Calling for what he thought was a goal was Garrett Wojcicki, but the official says no, and it definitely was off the crossbar. I don't think it went up underneath.
I agree, but I'll say this. That was a heck of a shot from Garrett Wojcicki right there.
Absolutely. Over the shoulder of the goaltender, Stevens.
That may not be a goal, but us as coaches will pay close attention to that.
Puck to the corner. Now left side drive, saves Stevens. Josephson chases forward again. Zach Drummond steps in front of him. Shot up high once again by Wojcicki, and he's going to limp off. Something happened. Meanwhile, back in the Guy Gronberg Architects Team Blevins zone. Puck stolen briefly, and it does get out to center ice.
Wojcicki's struggling to get over the bench, but I have a sneaky suspicion that's one of those, probably took a stick or something in a spot you really don't want to take a stick.
5-on-3 for Team Law. Working it is Ryan Moon. Stops up, collects it, and brings it all the way around the net. Intercepted by Team Blevins. 20-24 to go in the period. It is out to center. And shoveled ahead by Graham Suddeth.
Much less physical game than we've seen, especially last week. Oh, nice shot.
Shot from the low right-hand corner by Jacob Holstrom. And he puts it past Stevens, and it's a 6-2 game.
Seen a couple comebacks in this tournament. Not all have been successful, but let's see if Guy Gronberg Architects Team Blevins has a little something for Discount Smokes and Beer Team Law. But as I was saying, you know, it's, you look at last week's game and even Tuesday's game between my guys and Rob's Portable Billings Team Cook, and Agave Neighborhood Grill and Bar Team Ellis. Pretty physical contest, and we had those last week as well. Tonight, not so much. Blevins.
Across the line again, saved by Stevens. As Grant Griffin had the option
16,
there.
Jacob Holstrom, assisted by number 10, Justin Cope. Holstrom to Cope, 16 from 10.
Now there's the call from Gary Mumford, acting as public address announcer tonight. 18:59 to go in the period in a 6-2 game. This is in the second half, actually. We'll look at that last goal when we get a chance. And
little jump in the step of the guys in red right now. Let's see if they can maintain it and get back in this thing.
yeah, they have some life now. Puck across the Guy Gronberg team Blevins line. Now stolen by Team Law. Drive just missing up high and wide by Stuart Hopkins.
A little too cute.
Discount Smokes and Beer Team Law with a good opportunity there. And it's missed. Let's take a look at that last goal. And this is one that just low along the right face-off dot that really Stevens should have had. It was a good shot, placed well, but Stevens came out and gave him a little. Should have had that one. Shots.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, shots are 18-13 in favor of the visiting Team Law.
Was just going to give you an update from Edmonton. With about 2 minutes to go, it looks like we might be headed toward another overtime game.
Oh, wow, the second consecutive overtime
and I'll
game.
tell you what, the Dallas Stars are sitting in their hotel room going, please, keep going.
Just keep going, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go, Team Law across the line. Mattingly with a drive, and it's partially blocked.
Army with a quality offsides call right there.
Well, at this point...
Not that I want to give him any credit.
Yeah, at this point, I'm okay with overtime because after I was finishing up last game, I actually was able to kick it on and watch that overtime game. So I'm good with overtime as long as NYI wins. We're good. I would love to see a Game 7. But I will give you a trivia question.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Who was the last team to win the Stanley Cup having trailed in all series but the Stanley Cup Finals? They were down 3-0 and came back to win the series and won the cup.
You know what? I actually remember this, but I know, oh man, that's going to bug me. You might as well tell me because it's going to bug me because I know who you're talking about.
LA Kings.
I almost said the Kings. And I know everybody listening is like, yeah, sure he was. But I really was on the verge of saying the Kings. Because that was also, wasn't that the year about the new year, they were like 8th place or something.
Yeah, they had to squeak in.
Yeah.
They squeaked in to 8th place, and as the number 8 seed, they fell behind, and I remember because they played the Sharks.
They weren't even in the playoffs in January.
No, and they played the Sharks, and I thought to myself, it's down 3-0. I'm like, you know what, and that was the year that Jonathan Quick was injured, and I'm like, you know, they're just that's the way things are going to be. And then all of a sudden, they win the series after coming back down 3-0. And then the second series, they do it again. And the third series, they do it again in the semis until they won against the New York Rangers 4-1.
So that was the previous time that...
The second time, in 14.
Yeah.
Not in 12 when they won.
In 12 when they won, Jeremy Law and I were living together then as well back in Texas. And he's... As many might know, he's a massive LA Kings fan himself.
Oh, a shot and a good play and a goal. It beat Stevens between the pad and between the glove. And getting this goal for Team Blevins, I believe Josh Hansen? Or let's see.
It's either Hansen or potentially even Evan Ross. No, not Evan Ross.
Yeah.
I think you're...
Well, let's look here. It's either a 15 or a 19. Michaela did a great job of catching the score.
It's definitely one of the two lefties up front.
I think it is Ross. Let's look at it again. So here's what happened. Down in low as he comes through. Yeah, it is Ross.
Ross, yep. Who had a huge game last week.
So Evan Ross will get the goal. That's his 4th of the season. After he had the let's catch the call.
Scored by number 19, Evan Ross, assisted by number 20, Matt Gregg. Ross and Gregg.
So it is. And now it's a 6-3 contest.
It's getting interesting.
If anything, I need to start trusting Michaela. She's doing a great job catching the goal scorers.
Hey, our buddy Michael Signoli's up here with us.
Doing some good.
Doing amazing photography as always.
MichaelSignoli.com, MichaelCignoli.com. Check out his pictures. Good stuff.
He does like to chirp me on Instagram, though.
Speaking of other things to chirp about, tune into the Sports Reporters show tomorrow morning. You get to hear the Ice Bears general manager Ryan Armstrong and head coach Jeremy Law. Stan Melton is also co-hosting the program with the host Ned Reynolds from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can hear Ryan and Jeremy starting at 10:30 a.m. Sports Reporter Show on Jock 99.9 FM and 96.9 FM and 1060 a.m. Listen online at kbflamfm.com.
And don't worry, Stan. I will make sure Jeremy is awake for that radio interview tomorrow. I said I'll make sure Jeremy's awake for that radio interview tomorrow. It's always questionable at 10 in the morning with him.
Is Jeremy phoning it in, or is he going to be in studio?
It's a phone in.
Oh, there you go. So here comes Team Blevins, a shot that hits the crossbar again, but on the back side. And we come the other way for Discount Smokes Team Law. Josh Bell, nice move, left side, still with the puck. Nobody at the right, he'll drop it down to the half boards. 12:35 to go. Partial shot by Nikita Solnikov. Worked away from him, and it's Michael Mattingly. Up the middle, Team Law has it. Solnikov skates it through, reveals it to the left side. Now to Bell, cross ice to the right, swinging it around to Chad Lounder. Off of his stick, intercepted now by Jacob Holstrom of Team Blevins, and it's out to center ice.
That's two, from a coaching standpoint. Oh boy, hang on.
Puck stolen. Here is Grant Griffin, sends it in front, looking for Kelly, and a shot and a save. Rebound up the middle, and it will be taken once again by Team Blevins. They are right as it comes up to Kelly to the left side. It's intercepted and off of the stick of Grant Griffin and out to center ice.
So down in the Blevins defensive zone right before this little opportunity down in this end, from a coaching perspective, seeing two behind-the-back passes from the defensive team in their own zone, boy, there's a reason I have very little hair, and that's part of it. Both created turnovers that resulted in scoring opportunities.
There you go, as Meek makes a save, and then a second opportunity he makes another save on. 11:21 to go in the period, and shots 22-17 in favor of Team Law. I know what is going on. Now, this is where I have to kind of say to you, Coach Cook.
What am I doing?
Team Law is supposed to be the home team. Team Blevins is supposed to be the away team, and they've switched.
Nope.
So, the schedule that I have, as soon as I can find it here.
I think we actually do have it right this time.
Well, here's the schedule I have with Team Law versus Team Blevins.
You got an old schedule.
Well, you got to make sure I have the new schedule. That's what's messing me up.
I sent you the, what we have.
Well, you sent me the graphic.
The graphic, there you go.
That's different from that.
See, he's even on the left side of our little rosters here.
Yeah, because everything was opposite. It's all good. It's all good. Just make sure I know who the home team is for the remainder of the cup.
The higher seed. That'll make it even easier.
All right, that's simple. Stevens swings it over to the far side. Now it's out to center, and we'll set things up. If Team Blevins comes back and ties this game up, here's Alec Gamble.
Well, I'm going to be bummed because then I won't be the 1 seed anymore.
Absolutely. That's what's going to happen. The only way you're knocked out of the number 1 seed is if Team Blevins wins.
That's correct.
Across the line of Team Law. Drop down in low. Zach Drummond to intercept. Cleared over past James Dadone.
We got to do Rob's Portable Buildings proud with this 1 seed here.
Absolutely.
And my parents, Blades by Todd, did all these jerseys. Although, I know everybody's giving us a hard time about the yellows. That's partially my fault with the white numbers.
That's all right. You're not a...
The jerseys look great, though.
Jerseys look fantastic. Here comes a shot by Blevins, saves Stevens on the attempt by Ross again. Up the middle. Here is Oljecki with a shot that missed wide. Up and high. And it's cleared into the bench. And we will have, with 8:50 and the clock rolling.
Wojo's kicking himself for missing the net there. He had a golden opportunity.
Buck will stay in the zone because it was cleared defensively by Team Law. 8:35 to go and the clock rolling. I will be happy when the championship game. Now, is the third place game going to be stop time?
That I don't believe it will be. Now, I think we might be able to, as you've seen since we've been here, there's nothing after us. So we can at least probably sneak in a shootout if we need to for that.
Into the Team Law zone. Sudeth is there. He clears it out to center, racing all the way down. Will this be an icing? No. The official says no. That's Ryan Armstrong. And again, we know there is an issue with the internet. Nothing we can do. It's controlled by the city. But we will try to get you, as we do have a local copy of this broadcast, and we'll try to upload a local copy for you so you can at least see that.
Well, Steve, I'll tell you, as you know, as the guy doing the stats for this, that will help me immensely as I tend to go back and watch these games to make sure the stats are right. So for anybody who's looking at the stats on our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram pages, just know that the reason there's a delay on those stats is I'm going back and watching the games and making sure we're getting everything as correct as we possibly can.
Brackbill tips it ahead. Now to Bell. Bell with it out in front. Back to Bell to Brackbill, and he scores.
Pretty passing play right there. Brackbill with a hattie.
7-3 contest.
As we start thinking about stars, I think Brackbill's making a case along with Mr. Bell.
We'll look at this one here, and we'll start it where it kind of materialized. Just a tic-tac-toe. Salnikov had an assist in there. So it's Brackbill from Bell and Salnikov.
So that's a 4-point night for Bell. A hat trick for Brackbill, along with an assist. So he's got 4 points.
So yep,
it's going to be hard to keep them off the stars list.
Stevens makes the save after it bounced off the back of the
Number 10, Jack Brackbill, assisted by number 19, Nikita Solnikov, and number 16, Josh Bell.
So that is the case as Meek comes in and makes the save.
Brackbill looking for number 4 there.
Well, he's got 6 minutes and the clock continuing to roll.
We are headed to overtime.
We are
in Edmonton.
In overtime. I'll tell you what, that is crazy. .544 to go in the period. Puck is flipped out to center. And a 7-3 contest. We'll go over the goal scoring for you. And I always preface this with when we have time. When do we ever have time in a non-stopping hockey game? Bell at 24:15 of the first. Brackbill his second. Then Salnikov. Then Vitter with his first to make it 4-0. Woljecki gets one at 1:44. Then Hopkins at the 1 minute mark left. It's a 5-1 game. Brackbill with his hat trick goal, or make that his third, but second of the game.
Team Law's going into the old basketball 4 corners here, trying to kill some clock.
There you go.
That might come back to bite them if they're not careful.
Holstrom gets a goal for Team Blevins at 6-1, and then Ross at 6-2, and I take that back. The Holstrom goal made it 6-2. Ross made it 6-3, and then Brackbill with the hat trick and fourth of the contest or of the tournament makes it 7-3. And that's where we are right now. So all you need to know is Bell and Brackbill. Okay, and you can throw a little Vitter and Salnikov in there too if you want. And then for Team Blevins, it's Holstrom, Ross, Wojcicki. And 7-3 is where we're at right now. Well, as I always say on my broadcast, you break it down, you got to get a goal every 2 minutes. That's the way things need to work.
Well, in about 1 minute, I'm going to leave you so I can go down and deal with the 3-star scenario.
Okay, let me know.
We will. I think the 1 and 2 are pretty solid. It's the 3 that I have reached out to my fellow coaches that are on the bench over there to see what their thoughts are on the 3rd.
So
nice save right there by Bailey.
Backbill and Bell, we know, correct?
Yeah, I think there's no question. Brackbill 1, Bell 2, but I'll get confirmation on that for sure.
All right, sounds good.
But as always, it's been fun, Steve.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Of course, the
number 1 seed.
The number 1 seed, Cliff Cook,
there we go.
Assistant coach of Division I. I know you're looking at a lot of players. As remember, at the conclusion of this Coaches Cup tournament, in the training camp, we will have tryouts.
That's right. The official tryouts. You know, it's as we talked about. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh, Stevens with a huge save, as Evan Ross was there to put in the rebound, but the glove of Stevens knocked it away.
Oh, I'm getting a message.
Now Matt Gregg. He shoots, it's tipped and deflected to the corner.
Oh, we have a different.
Drummond had it, and it's flipped up, and we get a whistle for stoppage in play. So, what is the star number 3?
Well, hang on. We're going to have a little discussion here with the boys over there because they brought up 2 different names for 2 and 3 than we originally had. So I'm going to look like an idiot on the air right here.
Well, if you're going pure goals, that's who it is. I would say maybe throw Wojcicki.
They've brought up Wojcicki. They've brought up Moon.
I still, between the two, I would say Wojcicki would be number 3.
We'll see. Yeah,
he's played pretty well tonight. He has the puck now.
Yeah, they're over there talking right now. I can see Jeremy and Cody.
Wojcicki working it. Gets it to the corner. Now down in low to Wojcicki again behind the net.
Everybody's getting an insight on how these discussions go right now. That we just Tuesday night was really confusing because there were a lot of people that were fully capable of picking up a star.
Here's Kaplovic to Wojcicki. Now right in front, and a save by Stevens, and the rebound is clear. I think Wojcicki has a radio. He's listening to us. He's picked it up all of a sudden. 1:21 to go.
Wojo's had a good game for sure. Mooner's had a good game.
Here's a backhander in glove save as Wojcicki looking for another one.
Let's see if I get any response before I have to head downstairs and get all the prizes.
So Wojcicki with 1 goal here tonight. And that would be my vote for number 3. Not that I have any say-so. Discount Smokes Team Law with it. Guy Gronberg Architects Team Blevins defensively will pick up the puck. 39 seconds to go in a 7-3 contest for Team Law. So what that means now, with the potential victory for Team Law, they go in 2nd seed. You will be in 1st with Team Cook. Tic-tac-toe, and just missing in front was Jacob Holstrom. Salnikov, 14 seconds. He races through. Wojcicki with a good breakup, I gotta say. And do we get a goal here, or do we get a save? I guess we get a save. No, we apparently got a goal there.
All right, so I have our 3 stars. I've been overruled, but that's nothing against Mr. Bell, who had a big night.
Okay, but before we do that, let's take a look. Apparently, we had a goal late.
And Jack Brackbill, assisted by Nikita Solnikov.
There you go.
10 from 19.
Well, Jack Brackbill, which will be your number 1 star tonight by our anonymous sponsor.
Okay, so there's Brackbill. He gets 4 goals here tonight. That's his 5th, and it comes with, at 24 something.
The Kimber Cable 2nd star of the night will be Garrett Wojcicki. And our Andy's Frozen Custard 3rd star of the night is Mr. Ryan Moon. So there we go. Rewarding Mr. Moon for a good game. He had a nice game, game 1 as well. So, all right, Steve. Well, we'll see you Tuesday.
All right.
Fun. I got to go get all their prizes and take pictures.
All right. Well, go ahead and do that. And when we talk about Tuesday, what you're really talking about is our next game and the Coaches Cup semifinal. That'll take place September 22nd right here at Jordan Valley Ice Park. So Bell, in my estimation, gets a little robbed because an honorable mention. Well, he has a goal and 3 assists. Brackbill, then Solnikov. Vitter makes it 4-0. Wojcicki for Team Blevins makes it 4-1. Hopkins comes back, makes it 5-1. Then Team Law's Brackbill makes it 6-1. It's 6-2 when Holstrom gets a goal for Team Blevins. Ross makes it 6-3, gets his 4th of the tournament. Brackbill for Team Law 7-3, and late in the period, Brackbill gets his 4th and 5th of the tournament. 4th of the game, 5th of the tournament. Shots on goal end up fairly even. 15 on the combination of Mayberry and Meek, 2 half total of 25. And Stevens will end up facing 12 for a 2 half total of 27. Just 2 penalties. They were coincidentals, so no power plays. And what that means is Team Law ends up finishing 2-1. Team Blevins ends up finishing 1-2. And what that entails also is the seedings are as follows. Team Cook, number 1. Team Law, number 2. Team Ellis, number 3. Team Blevins, number 4, as we head into the semifinals. That'll do it from Jordan Valley Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena, as round robin play is finished for the Ice Bears Coaches Cup. Join us next Tuesday. We'll have another game for you. The semifinals coming up. I'm Steve Casson for Cliff Cook and Michaela Gardner. So long.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.